Welcome to the Yield Tactics Podcast, your go-to source for all topics related to yield and revenue management, pricing strategies, and industry insights. We're diving deep into the dynamic world of revenue management and pricing across various sectors, with a particular focus on travel, leisure, transportation industries, and beyond. From airlines optimizing seat inventory to hotels adjusting room rates based on demand, and even to theme parks maximizing ticket sales, yield management plays a crucial role in ensuring businesses extract the maximum value from their resources. Joining us are Yield Tactics senior consultants and partners, industry experts, thought leaders, and pioneers in the field of revenue management, who will share their expertise, experiences, and innovative strategies to help you stay ahead in this ever-evolving landscape.
This podcast is brought to you by Yield Tactics and Airline Tactics, the foremost consulting firm specializing in revenue management and pricing, serving clients worldwide.
Let's talk about money, not in theory, real money, the kind that's actually ready to be spent. In transport and tourism, there's this moment, fleeting but powerful, when a traveler is most open to spending. We call it the fresh wallet. It's that sweet spot right after payday, or just before the journey begins, when your customer's mind and budget are wide open. But blink, and it's gone. Once the trip starts, other players start lining up. Duty-free shops, taxi drivers, fast food chains, souvenir vendors. Everyone wants a piece. And unless you've already secured your share, your chance might slip through your fingers. That's why today, we're diving into a concept that should be front and center in every revenue manager's playbook. How to catch the fresh wallet, and why pre-travel sales are your best shot at doing just that. We'll look at how to identify these moments, how to structure your offers, and how to beat the competition before it even shows up. Whether you're in aviation, ferry, rail, hotels, or any passenger-driven service, the wallet opens early. Your job is to be ready. Why pre-travel matters. Understanding the fresh wallet. Picture this. Your customer has just booked their trip. Maybe it's a business flight, a family ferry crossing, or a weekend hotel escape. In that moment, they're mentally in travel mode, anticipating the experience, imagining comfort, picturing convenience, and most importantly, they're willing to spend. That's the fresh wallet effect. It's not just about disposable income, it's about timing and mindset. At the time of booking and during the lead-up to the trip, the traveler hasn't yet been bombarded with costs. They haven't bought airport coffee. They haven't overpaid for parking. Their budget still feels intact. And that's when you have a window, a narrow one, to lock in extra value. Too often, companies focus on selling the base product, the ticket, the room, the pass. But those only scratch the surface of what customers are willing to pay for. What about pre-booked meals, extra legroom, early check-in, transfers, spa slots? These aren't just upsells, they're preemptive revenue grabs. And here's the kicker. When sold before the journey starts, those same services are often perceived as part of the total package, not as indulgent extras. It's a shift in psychology that works in your favor. When people plan, they justify. When people are already traveling, they hesitate. Want to know why so many operators discount ancillaries before the trip, even when they could charge more later? It's simple. A lower price now often yields higher total revenue than a premium price later that no one takes. The moment before travel isn't just about logistics. It's a moment of maximum influence. Miss it, and you'll be stuck fighting for scraps, once the wallet has already been picked over by others. Resetting the wallet, creating a second opportunity mid-journey. Here's the good news. Even if you miss the first wallet window, all is not lost. There's a psychological shift that happens once a journey begins. The wallet doesn't close entirely, it just gets reframed. The customer enters a new mindset. I'm traveling now. Some spending is just part of the experience. This is your second shot. Think of it like a mental reset. A fresh round of justifications kicks in, especially if there's a time gap between booking and departure. That's why so many successful operators design a second wave of offers right at the start of the trip. Not earlier, not later. Exactly when the travel experience begins. This moment can be triggered in different ways. A digital push notification right before boarding, a welcome email at hotel check-in, a frontline staff member suggesting an upgrade or add-on only available today, a bundled offer that feels timely, dinner plus drink plus view, all wrapped together as a treat. But here's the trick. This second wallet window is heavily contested. You're not alone anymore. By the time your customer reaches the gate, the port, or the reception desk, everyone else is already in the game. The food court, the convenience store, the rideshare app, the lounge access broker, even the ATM fees. So your timing and positioning have to be razor sharp. The offer needs to feel effortless, integrated, and relevant to the moment. If it feels like a sneaky surcharge, or worse, a bait and switch, you've lost. The key is understanding that the second wallet moment is still fresh, but it's already leaking. Your job isn't to sell hard. It's to frame your offer as part of the natural flow of the trip. This isn't an upsell. It's an enhancement, a smart choice, a frictionless way to elevate the experience. That's how you reset the wallet and capture value before someone else does. Business travelers, the hidden advantage. Let's talk about business travelers. Because when it comes to the fresh wallet strategy, this group offers an interesting edge if you know how to play it. Here's the key idea. In business travel, the first wallet, the one used at the time of booking, is often seen as the cost of doing business. It's not a personal spend, it's a company expense. And that opens the door. When travelers are booking their flights or hotel stays, they're usually allowed some flexibility. Room category, fare bundle, seat selection, Wi-Fi. These extras, when offered at the point of booking, are far more likely to be approved, or at least mentally justified, because they're embedded in the total price. They don't feel like luxuries. They feel like smart choices. It's the perfect moment to include branded fare families with premium perks, early check-in or late checkout options, airport transfers, priority services, even things like laundry credits or lounge access. Why? Because for many companies, line-by-line scrutiny starts later, with receipts from during the trip. That's where the second wallet comes in, and it's much tighter. Meals, upgrades, in-ride expenses, all of that is capped, controlled, or discouraged. So if you want to capture value, do it before the trip starts, when everything's still perceived as part of the package. And there's a bonus. When business travelers prepay for comfort, speed, or convenience, it frees up mental budget during the trip. They're less stressed, more likely to spend on spontaneous treats. And if something feels useful or time-saving, they'll expense it without a second thought. So don't underestimate the business segment. It's not just about volume, it's about how you frame value. The more integrated your offer feels, the more likely it is to get picked up without resistance. This is where smart revenue strategy turns into behavioral insight. You're not upselling, you're helping your customer make the better decision up front. Timing is everything. Let's get one thing straight. In revenue management, timing isn't just important, it's everything. The fresh wallet isn't a single magical moment. It's a moving window, a series of openings in the customer's mindset where the likelihood of spending is high but fleeting. Your job? Catch those windows before they close. The first window opens at booking. That's when the customer's still in planning mode. They're price conscious, yes, but also receptive. If you position your ancillaries or upgrades as part of the natural travel package, you can upsell without friction. A branded fare with lounge access? Sure. A package with meals and Wi-Fi? Makes sense. This is the moment to embed value. The second window opens just before the trip starts. That's when anticipation kicks in. They've visualized the journey. They're in a different emotional state, more open to spending a little more for convenience, for comfort, For peace of mind, this is your chance to use email nudges, app notifications, limited time offers, recommended for your trip banners, even subtle FOMO triggers like last chance to reserve your fast-track boarding. The wallet is still fresh, and importantly, you're still in control of the narrative. They haven't been flooded yet by offers from other operators. You still have their attention. Now, let's talk about the third window, the on-trip reset. It's real but tricky. By now, customers have mentally framed how much they've already spent. But the right trigger, a compelling drink menu, a well-timed room upgrade, an exclusive experience, can reopen that wallet. If it feels like a treat, like part of the moment, it works. This is where training your frontline teams matters. A perfectly timed question. Would you like to add champagne to your cabin? Or, we've just released balcony upgrades for tonight, can make a huge difference. But the further into the journey you go, the harder it gets. Competing offers stack up. The wallet gets drained. That's why the early stages, booking and pre-departure, are where the biggest revenue impact lies. If you wait too long, you're no longer first in line. You're fighting for leftovers. So remember, it's not just about what you offer, it's when. Post-trip leverage. By the time the journey ends, the wallet is, let's be honest, mostly closed. The money's been spent. The experiences have been had. The receipts are piling up in someone's email inbox. But here's what smart operators know. This moment still matters. Why? Because post-trip is when memory is fresh. Emotionally, the traveler is in reflection mode. They're replaying highlights or disappointments, and that's a powerful moment to leverage for future revenue. Let's break it down. First, follow-up communication. Not a bland thank you for traveling with us. That's basic. You want to strike while the journey is still alive in their mind. Offer something meaningful. A time-limited discount for their next trip. A loyalty enrollment bonus. A personalized, we thought you might like recommendation. If they had a good experience, ride that wave. If they didn't, acknowledge it fast and give them a reason to try again. Second, referrals and reviews. This is your free marketing machine. Ask for reviews while the traveler still remembers the smile from your crew, the smooth boarding, the upgraded room, or the killer playlist on board. You're not just closing the wallet, you're opening their social network. Third, plant the seed for next time. A well-crafted follow-up can do more than thank them. It can inspire them. Use storytelling. Next time, why not try our premium cabin with private terrace? Or tease future perks. Coming soon, exclusive destinations for loyalty members. This phase isn't about squeezing out last-minute revenue. It's about setting up your next win. Future spend starts here. The best brands don't see the end of the journey as the finish line. They see it as the launch pad for the next booking cycle. Because catching the fresh wallet isn't a one-time trick, it's a continuous loop. And if you can master that loop, you stop chasing spend and start shaping it. So here's what it all comes down to. The fresh wallet isn't a single moment. It's a mindset, a shifting window of opportunity that opens and closes along the customer journey. Your job is to recognize it, align your offers with it, and act before someone else does. At booking, you're still in control, so embed value early. Before departure, the wallet is still full and the mood is optimistic, so nudge them with smart reminders. During the trip, if you frame it right, you can reset the spend mindset. And after the trip, that's when you turn good memories into future intent. In revenue management, it's not just about pricing. It's about timing, perception, and presence. Are you in the right place when your customer's wallet and attention is open? If you're not thinking about the fresh wallet, someone else is. And chances are, they're already reaching into it. Thanks for listening. If this sparked ideas or questions, we'd love to hear from you. And if you want help building a fresh wallet strategy that fits your business, that's exactly what we do at Yield Tactics.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast to catch every upcoming episode. And if you have any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out to us.
Stay connected with us on LinkedIn and visit our websites yieldtactics.com and airlinetactics.com for more exclusive content and information about our consulting and training services. From our websites, you can download the Yield Tactics magazine for free, featuring in-depth articles covering topics such as organizational transformation, advanced pricing techniques, marketing, revenue optimization, and distribution. The ideas and opinions expressed by our guests on this podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or endorsements of Yield Tactics. Also, when we mention specific companies or products, it's important to note that such references do not constitute an endorsement by Yield Tactics, nor do they imply any business relationship between us.